I believe that due to our socialization process, we often spend the first 18 or so years of our lives learning how to adapt to whatever environment we're born into or adopted into. And in that process, we can become unconscious even of certain things that don't feel right. We learn that to survive in a system, and let's face it, very few families are conscious and self-aware. We have to adapt to whatever dysfunction is present. And this can carry on into our adult lives, and does for most people, I believe. And one of the ways I think that the universe helps us out through synchronicities is that we attract people into our life that help us become conscious of issues that still linger on related to our family of origin. And so I had an experience lately, and I'll talk about it in a way that doesn't reveal any of the identities of the people involved, but I had a family member which I had been ignoring some stuff that felt off to me energetically. But I felt that, I'll just ignore it. And that's normally not like me, but I've had so many issues with various family members that I kind of felt like, well, can I ignore this one, please, universe? Can I ignore this? And of course I couldn't, because I'm not here to ignore things. I'm not here to walk around issues. I need to deal with them directly. So I attracted 3 different people into my life over the course of several months, and longer actually. And in all 3 cases, it was a woman I was attracted to. And I think that sometimes when we're attracted to somebody and there's a lesson involved, the attraction is used as part of the universe saying, well, pay attention to this. This will get your attention. If you're ignoring any kind of emotional or spiritual kind of growth related to this issue, then I'll use your biological wiring to hook you into this lesson by attraction. And 2 of these women represented the kind of underlying issue that I was having with a family member. They had similar kind of things going on in their life that became increasingly clear as I got to know them. The other one, she had an avoidant pattern, which I found was happening with the family member that I was dealing with in both directions. And it didn't bother me that much in terms of the family connection, but it was bothering me a lot with this new person because I wanted her attention. I did not want to be ignored and avoided. So it got me in touch, though, with a dynamic that was similar. And with one of these women, I finally felt like, actually with 2 of them, I felt that the connection had come to a close. And then with one in particular, I could see such parallel dynamics with the family situation that I was having with my family of origin member that I couldn't ignore it anymore. And I felt like this information was rushing in. I'm very intuitive to begin with, and sometimes it feels intense on a bodily level to have awareness rushing in a way that can't be ignored, in a way that tells me I need to deal with this directly. I need to talk about it and resolve it. And I did, and it felt good. There's some grief involved because there's some letting go that I felt I needed to do for the time being, at least. And but it felt like I was lighter. And even though I would like for everyone to come into my life for reasons related to just adding more joy and pleasure and wonderment to the whole experience, I also understand that it's not always that easy. The reason that synchronicity works in this way, I believe, is so that we can deal with things that we've been avoiding. And once we've dealt with them, the lessons get easier. And then our relationships can blossom more if we're no longer dealing with these kind of cyclical repetitions of past issues that linger on and so forth. Because the lessons can relate to anyone in our life, and they often do, But I believe that they relate very commonly to family of origin issues is because we get so many messages about family and the importance of everybody, getting along on holidays and everybody, kind of, I think, often needing to adapt and suppress and sweep things under the rug so that there's no conflict, there's no uneasiness, but that just leads to kind of artful avoidance of each other. And the real relationships that I think that we all want in our life are those that in which we can be known, that we can speak our truth and still be loved. And if that is something we can do with members of our family, that's great. And if it's not, there's plenty of other people, literally billions, with whom we can form community and kind of spiritual tribe on a deeper level, people that we feel supported by, people we feel respected by, and so forth. And I think that's a big part of finding peace and happiness on our journey. So thanks for listening. I appreciate your time. Bye-bye.